Officials in London are investigating after an object believed to be a drone struck a passenger jet as it attempted to land. The pilot of the plane, an Airbus A320 carrying about 130 passengers, reported that an object struck the plane as it approached a runway at Heathrow Airport after traveling from Geneva, Switzerland. An initial investigation after the plane landed determined that the object was likely a drone. After an inspection, the plane was cleared to fly. Aviation authorities at the Heathrow Airport say no arrests have been made, but they are investigating. Former NTSB Chairman Mark Rosenker is on the phone with us right now. Mark, I have to ask you, how dangerous is this type of situation?
Clearly, this could be a very dangerous situation. That's why we have to get our arms around it. We have to get our arms around it quickly. We were very lucky. This may well be the first recorded strike of an aircraft, a commercial aircraft, from a drone. They've had several close calls over there, and we have as well here in the United States. But I believe this is the first time an aircraft actually has been struck by a drone.
I want to ask you, is there a way to prevent these type of encroachments on airports as more and more people get a hold of these drones?
Well, the rules and regulations are there to prevent that from happening. The problem is people are not paying attention to them. They're either doing it out of ignorance or they're doing it by design. Either way, you could get a same catastrophic result.
Well, that's, when you think about back with the Miracle on the Hudson with bird strikes, and then and pilots talked at that time saying bird strikes do happen, but we need to put maybe additional measures in place. Then we saw dogs going out to airports, that type of thing. What do you think airports need to be doing or airlines need to be doing here in terms of messaging?
I think beyond messaging, they're going to actually have to do something in a technical way. We certainly have the capability to actually create geofencing types of software that may well have to be required for installation into these devices. But in addition to that, we may also have to look at technological solutions around the airport that almost acts as kind of like the way a dog collar would prevent a device from flying into its air path.
Is it fair to say that maybe we have better regulations in the United States than the UK does? I was reading earlier that there have been 23 near misses alone between April and October of last year in the UK.
They have had a significant number of near misses over there. We had 6 just in the last 4 months of 2015, and we were very lucky. This, again, is the first time we have a record of one of these devices striking an airplane. The good news, apparently, it did not get ingested into the engines. If, in fact, a large enough device gets into these engines, it can break the blades, it can break the vanes, it can create shrapnel, which could create what we call an uncontained failure, and actually parts of these the shrapnel actually going into the cabin itself. We have had records of people actually dying as a result of uncontained failures of shrapnel going inside the cabin.
Mark Rosenker, thank you so much for explaining this to us. Appreciate it.
You bet.